We love.
Dang. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we begin, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem,
Shem.
Yahweh Hadash. The honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on the road teach well. Shalom, Blood Barakim, two brothers and sisters out there. All right, the title of this lesson, as you can see, says, Surely a sign of the time. Could put time or times, either way. Which what we're going to go into is essentially an article or a picture that the brother had made mention of where the American flag was outside of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., and the flag was upside down. All right, which they had said in the article, which they tried to soften it down and make it seem like it wasn't something important by saying that a clip on the flag had broke, and rather than opposed to somebody doing that on purpose to show that it's about to be fucked. So they're like, no, nobody did it. It's just coincidence. Now, the reality is that shows even more that this place is through because nobody themselves did that.
Right.
I don't know if you wanted to read a little bit about that article or about that point you're talking about. But
Yeah, there really wasn't much in the picture. It was just a picture, and then it was from May 16th, or it was like May 17th, 2023, and it says some people saying that it was due to a broken clip, and some other people saying that it wasn't, but I wanted to get like the meaning behind the American flag being upside down. Somebody putting it upside down. So it says, according to the U.S. flag code, flying the American flag upside down is only meant to be done as a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property. And when you look at America, America is in dire distress. America is in extreme danger because we're in the end times and everybody's starting to see that America is full of shit, that America ain't really all that it's cut out to be. So, just showing that America, whether it was done by somebody, like the brother said, whether it was done by somebody or it was, by the Lord, it's still showing that, that America is finished, is completely and utterly finished. And there's no coming back from what's happening. So if you want to go ahead and pull out that Jeremiah 51.
yeah.
So this is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even unto the skies.
So essentially, Babylon is, as of right now, in the state of ICU. And it's only a matter of time before this bitch croak over. And so you got all these, especially Esau, Edom, Psalm 49:11, trying to revive this place. Put Trump back in. That's not going to change the course of America. America has been finished since it's been founded. I believe, 1776, Independence Day. I believe that was the year. Jake talked about it like they're independent.
Right.
But ever since it was founded, it's been through. It's going into perdition. And now we see it, especially through that sign, because regardless of how it happened, it's a sign. It's a sign of distress. And then around that same time, you have senators being given satellite phones in case of a disruptive event that may occur in the near future. America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. And before that comes, there's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fucking plagues that's going to hit this place.
That's right.
So if you live within the borders of America, the solution is not to buy a passport. The solution is to repent to Yahweh Shemel Shai so you can receive that mark of Thawa. That's if you're an Israelite.
Right. I got a precept because plagues. Well, two precepts. I get this one for now though, because the Lord is about to bombard America with uh, plagues, man. And plagues just don't have to be, a disease. It can be all manner of things um, from pestilences to famines. The American dollar collapsing, that can be a plague, and so on and so forth. Rioting in the streets, insurrection. So it says, 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 11. But I will bring them. I'll start at verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, going into the elect, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And the modern day Egypt is America. And a plague can also goes into that nuclear destruction that is soon to come to America as well. So it says, as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And before I continue on, let me get verse 5, jump up to verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So the Lord is about to bring all sorts of plagues from every side to America and ultimately to the world as well, man. Sword, famine, death, destruction, pestilence, because of the wickedness and the ungodliness that has been promoted and uplifted in this society. And the Lord said he's going to bring plagues upon Egypt as before. And all you got to do is go into the plagues that have been written in Exodus that happened aforetime during that time when we was in Egypt. And see that it's going to come upon this society and much worse, much more amplified, much more intensified, man. And the Lord is not going to spare neither young nor old. And if you don't have the Lord Yahweh as your protection, you're going to partake in the plagues that the Lord is bringing upon this society. You got it.
I got Amos 9 and 8, which this contextually was dealing with Israel, but we apply it today to America. It says, Amos 9 and 8, behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So America, once again, from its founding, has been built upon wickedness and bloodshed, and the only way to cleanse the land is by the blood of him that shed it. All right, that's in the book of Numbers. So America is going to have to be destroyed. There's no reason America wouldn't be destroyed. Name one reason why America should remain a country on the earth.
Right.
America is completely finished. And like it went into originally with Jeremiah 51, talking about how they're spreading their philosophies across the whole globe. The whole planet Earth is completely drunk from the wine of Babylon. That's where a lot of these different trends and philosophies get pushed out.
Mm-hmm.
LGBT, all that gets pushed out from America. America is the broadcast signal. It pushes all that shit across the four corners. Right. So the root of the problem has to be stripped from the earth, which is America and beyond America, because the land of America is a beautiful land, but the people that inhabit it, the people that had came over here and completely destroyed Jake that did live here, those are the ultimate problem. Because the Lord obviously the Lord doesn't literally have a problem with, the land of America in the sense of that. It's the things that had happened under this land because of a devilish people.
Right.
That's why the Lord hates this land and why it's going to be destroyed, and why the people that had ruled this land and spread their philosophy worldwide are going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. You don't think that's righteous, then you're just a piece of shit, and you're more than likely going to get eat up by the missiles too.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. What makes America different from Sodom and Gomorrah? What makes America different from the people before the flood when they got judged for the ungodliness? America is no different, man. In fact, America is worse. Look at what they're uplifting. Look at what they're promoting. As one of the brother or the heads in the head in GMS North Carolina. He says transmission. Look at the transmission people, man. The transformers. The unrighteous decrees and unrighteous laws that they promote and they push forth, man. And they implant it into your mind so that you accept it. All the ungodliness and the wickedness in this society, and America is supposed to go unpunished. Esau Edom is supposed to go unpunished because of everything that they push. They push nothing but wickedness, man. They need to be destroyed ASAP. And they will be, because it's Bible prophecy. And there's nothing that you can do to negate or to stop the prophecy that the Lord has already spoken and written by his holy men of past. And now we're, those holy men are back today prophesying, saying that this is the end. That's it, man. So I have this 2 Ezra 16 and verse 30, what is it? 37. 2 Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth. It's like you didn't have anything else on that, did you?
No, that was it.
Okay. Slag if you did. It says, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So we know that a woman cannot hold the babies is coming. The water breaks, and she like, man, I'm waiting. I want my baby to be born on April 18th. So and it's February. I'm gonna hold my baby in my stomach until April 18th, and then the baby can come out. That's not how it works, man. The Lord even asked Ezra during that time. He said, "Ask a woman if she can hold a baby." Roughly paraphrasing, hold a baby in her belly after the due date. Ezra said, "You can't." It's the same with the end, man. When the Lord said it's the end, there's no slowing it up. There's no slow. Well, Lord, we was just about to implement this. No, man. The Lord said that the end is going to happen then, and there's no stopping it. There's no slowing it up. It says the plagues are not slack, and when you go into that word slack, it goes into to slow down, to stop, to decrease. But instead, the plagues are going, or the closer we get to the end, man, and we're at the end, the closer we get, it's only going to intensify and increase and amplify itself. So it said, are not slack. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, verse 39. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. These plagues are going to come on every side, man. And we see it happening right now. There's a plethora of things and plagues and what's the word I'm looking for? Things that can happen right now that can implode this system and destroy America right now. So many things. The debt. You got Jake. You got more infighting, more things happening inside America. You got famines. You got the thing with Russia and Ukraine, China, and Taiwan, Iran, and Israel. So many things are happening at this very moment that can just tip over, man. And then it's finished. We just waiting on that one domino to tip over, and then it's a wrap. But it's coming. You got it.
Got 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1-4. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Which is another big important thing to understand and to think about, is the fact that we're still in the statue. We're in the feet.
Mm-hmm.
The iron mixed with miry clay. So how are we still in the statue, but the Lord fucks with America? The Lord is dealing with America. God bless America. How does that make sense? Why would the kingdom of heaven have to come about if the Lord loved America so much? Edomites treat America like it's the fucking nation of Israel. Like this is the Holy Land. This land ain't got shit on the land of Israel. Might not seem like it now, because you had Amalek over there with they rat tongue ass, But America's not the Holy Land. It's a beautiful land, and at the time it was a pleasant land for the Northern Kingdom to dwell amongst. The Western Hemisphere, which of course the islands and certain other places still are pretty good because there ain't as much Edomites. But nonetheless, the Lord is not dealing with America. America is not the kingdom of heaven. So America is going to fall. You can't be a Christian and believe that America is going to be fine. What type of vibration does America push out there that is biblical, that's righteous, but yet it was supposedly founded on the laws of the Bible?
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. But mainly that second part. The highest is going to be he's going to begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so there's certain people out there that think the Most High just forsook the earth and just moved on because humankind, so-called, was through. That's not the reality. Reality is the Lord been sitting there watching it the whole time. You got certain bugged out jakes that say that too. The Lord, don't care about us. He allowed us to go through slavery. You went through slavery because he does care about you.
Right.
And obviously it didn't help. Because you went from picking cotton and get your back whipped open to where your spinal cord and shit was shown, but you still over here wearing dreadlocks, smoking weed, murdering your brother. So it didn't work.
Right.
What does that mean? Because typically after the hardcore captivity was over, we would go back to the land and we'd be good.
Yep.
But not this time. It ain't the same. Niggas been getting fucked for 400, 500 years and they still acting a damn fool. So according to the law, you're going to be brought before the elders of the congregation and you're going to be stoned to death.
That's right.
So this time you're going to be hit with missiles. The Lord, because he said that in Isaiah 1, there's nothing I can do no more. The belt ain't working. So we just going to get your ass up out of there. And the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be taken out of here. When the nuclear missiles get shot off, they're going to be put back in the land.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we had to wait on everybody, we would never fucking get out of here. Esau's house truly would be forever if we had to wait on the whole nation of Israel.
Man, just got to start over. Throw them out, start over with the elect. But could you get down to verse 6 in that?
Yeah. So 2nd Esdras 9 and 5 and 6. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
That's it. The end is manifest, man. The end is what it says. It has everything. It said all that is made in the world at the beginning and the end. And when you get that word manifest, really going into let me just get it. Because it said the end is manifest, definition of manifest. And it says to be clear or obvious to the eye or mind. It says some similar, obvious, clear, plain, undeniable, unquestionable, unmistakable. And it also says to display or show. We ain't got to get that one. But yeah, man, it's undeniable that the end is here. When you to the elect, it's undeniable, man. It's unmistakable that we are at the end of this wicked, perverse, ungodly society. And the Lord is making it known by what? As it said in verse 6, in effects and signs. We're seeing the signs, man. What did it say? In verse 2? Or verse 3, up earthquakes and uproars of the people. We're seeing that, and we're seeing that amplified. What does it say in Matthew 24? It says, Yahweh gave us signs to look for, to know when we're at the end. I just get it, Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? Or what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? I'm going to jump down to verse 6. And is Yahweh speaking. Yahweh is not a man to lie. It said that he was saying in Revelation that he's true and faithful and true. Yahweh isn't going to lie, man. It says in ye shall, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. These are signs to know that we're at the end. And we're seeing these things happening before our very eyes. And it's only going to intensify as we get closer and closer. What it says? It says all these are the beginning of sorrows. So if what Yahweh said at the beginning, what's the middle of sorrow? What's the end of sorrows? It's only going to intensify and amplify, man, the closer we get to the end. When a woman has a child, the closer that the baby gets to getting out of the mother, it only gets worse and worse. The pain gets worse, man. It's not like the pain significantly lessens as the baby gets closer to being born and entering through her vagina. It only gets worse, man. The pain gets worse, and it's going to be the same thing during this time. The pain is only going to get worse and worse until that baby, the kingdom, Yahweh Shai, finally pops out. These are signs to know that we're at the end, man. But like the brother Yahweh always says, you baboon niggas can't see it. Because y'all stupid, and y'all, that's what the script say, y'all saw it as children. Y'all can't understand this because ultimately the Yahweh Shem Yasai didn't ordain it for you to receive it. And you're through, man, lest ye repent. You got it, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Mm-hmm. So all the things that the Lord said is going to come to pass, which is ultimately what prophecy is, because it's all written in the Bible. You know, the prophets essentially just read it, bring it out, break it down. But it's the words of the Lord. The Lord declared the end from the beginning. The Lord is the one that said America is not going to last forever. America is going to be destroyed by fire. So if you get your panties in a bunch, that's fine. But just know that what he said is going to come to pass, regardless of how you feel. Romans 3. Right. You can have your panties twisted up and you can go kick rocks. That's what the fuck you can do.
That's right.
And we brought it out time and time again. There isn't even it's not even a debate anymore as to what Babylon is or the great horde. If you still haven't figured it out by now, you might never figure it out.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It might not be given unto you, you know, but it's very evident what Babylon is. The great horde that sits upon a beast. It's very evident what these things are. And it says that it's going to be destroyed by fire. That's right. Not talking about wildfires, talking about nuclear fire. Arrows. Come on, man.
That's right. We can only get so close. Well, how do I want to phrase it? We can only speed towards the end with that. I don't know how, I forget how to phrase it, but we can only At some point in time, we got to get to the end. Is what I'm trying to say, and we're getting there very, very quickly, man. You can't just keep running forever and you not get to the finish line, and that's what's happening. We're racing to the finish line, and at some point in time, which is now, and very soon, we're going to reach the finish line. At some point in time, we're going to reach Jacob's trouble. At some point in time, we're going to reach a time like no other. And we can only warn you so long until it's actually here. We can't prophesy about something that's already here. It's here. So I got this, and then that'll be all I had. Zephaniah 1 in verse 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. I want to get that word hasted. And that word is H4118, Mahar. And I already know what Mahar is without even looking it up. Speedily, quickly, suddenly, at once, swift. It said that the great day of the Lord isn't suddenly here. It's not saying that it's hastily or quickly. It said that it's hasted greatly, not just hasted, but hasted greatly. So it's coming very, very, very quick, man. It's like happening at the blink of an eye. It felt like just yesterday it was 2020, and we was in the pandemic, man. And we was over there like, ooh, this might be it. And now look, we in 2023, man. If these 3 years have flown by to me. I feel like just yesterday I was in college, man. Now we're here. That just shows the Lord shortening the days, shortening the time, man. So it said the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. And ultimately, what is another 5 years to eternity? What is another 2-3 years to what we're about to receive, man? The least we can do is endure. Yahweh Zah. So it says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. We can also read that in Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, I quoted it and now I got to get it. I'll just run through that real quick. Habakkuk 2 and 3. And it reads, For the vision is yet for an appointed time. This is that appointed time, man. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's not tarrying, man. It's here. It says, and hasteth greatly, back in Zephaniah 1:14. It says, even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. And I got it for this verse right here, 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. It's going into how that sign, Siri, I'm not talking to you. That sign that the flag going into that it means that distress, that signaling of dire distress and extreme danger. And that's what's happening, man. And that's what's coming. And that is America's future. America wants a future. That's your future. America wants a destiny. That's your destiny, man. Destruction, wasteness, desolation, man. Very, very, very soon. You got it, bro.
This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So it's coming very quickly. Very, very quickly. And it's definitely going to happen in our lifetime. That's guaranteed. Like your brother said, regardless of how fucking long it is, doesn't really matter. Because one way or another, Esau Edom's going down. And Lord willing, Sirach 4 and 28 applies to us. We're going to be delivered. And we're going to be glorified under Yahweh Shai as joint heirs. So who the fuck cares about all the, extremities, if you will, if that's the word, all the extra shit. The
Yep.
bottom line is Esau is going to go down. Israel is going to be back on top. Howard Shai is going to receive his glory. Going to be good. Don't matter if it's months from now, years from now, 100 years. Who fucking cares? This is it. We've been waiting since Genesis 3 to come back to that state. So, however long, fuck it.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but it ain't gonna be no 100 years. Esau bitch ass lucky if he gets 5. Ain't gonna be 5. He gonna be lucky if he gets 12 months.
Right.
Without this shit getting shook.
Right.
Come on, man.
That's it.
That was all you had?
Kind of.
All right. Well, Lord, one that this lesson was edifying to elect before we close, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors, of course, go out to the apostles, elders, great millstone, who are our teachers and leaders, the nation of Yasha Allah. Peace, blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.